Imagine surviving the most destructive weapon ever created, not once but twice. This isn't fiction. This is the true story of Tsutomu Yamaguchi, the man who experienced the atomic bombings of both Hiroshima and Nagasaki, and lived to tell the tale. On the morning of August 6, 1945, Tsutomu Yamaguchi was in Hiroshima for a business trip with Mitsubishi Heavy Industries. It was his last day in the city, and he was walking to the train station to return home. The sun had just risen. The sky was clear. Then at exactly 8:15 a.m., everything changed. Without warning, the sky erupted into a blinding flash of light. The US bomber Enola Gay dropped Little Boy, the first atomic bomb ever used in war. Yamaguchi was less than 2 miles from the epicenter. The blast ripped through the city. He was thrown into the air, slammed into a ditch, burned across his body, and temporarily blinded. He had no idea what had happened. When he finally stood up, he saw a nightmare. Hiroshima no longer resembled a city. Everything was flattened. Fires erupted across the ruins. Tens of thousands were already dead, many vaporized instantly. Yamaguchi stumbled through the destruction. His ears were bleeding, his skin hung in strips. But somehow, he made it to an air raid shelter and spent the night there, alive but in agony. The next day, barely able to walk, he found a train that was still operational and boarded it. His destination, Nagasaki, his hometown. He had no idea that fate was about to test him again. 3 days later, on August 9th, Yamaguchi reported for work in Nagasaki, still bandaged and burned. He told his superiors what had happened in Hiroshima. They didn't believe him. They thought he was exaggerating. He was in the middle of describing the mushroom cloud when a second flash lit up the sky. At 11:02 a.m., the US dropped Fat Man over Nagasaki. The office Yamaguchi was in collapsed, but its steel structure absorbed the shock. For the second time in 3 days, he survived an atomic bombing. His suffering didn't end there. He began vomiting. His hair fell out. He developed a high fever. These were the symptoms of acute radiation sickness. His wife and infant son also survived, because they had gone out that morning to find medicine for his burns, and had taken shelter in a tunnel. Yamaguchi had been inside the blast radius of not one but 2 atomic bombs. Doctors could hardly believe it. Most people didn't survive even one. His body bore the scars of both. For years, Yamaguchi kept his story to himself. He returned to work, he raised a family, he tried to move on. Japan, at the time, did not officially recognize people who had experienced both bombings. They were called Niju Hibakusha, double bomb victims, but they lived in obscurity without recognition or support. That changed in 2009, when the Japanese government formally acknowledged Tsutomu Yamaguchi as the only officially recognized survivor of both Hiroshima and Nagasaki. He was 93 years old. In his final years, Yamaguchi began to speak publicly. He became an advocate for peace, warning the world of the horrors he had witnessed. He said, "The reason that I hate the atomic bomb is because of what it does to the dignity of human beings." He passed away in 2010, leaving behind a story that defies belief and demands reflection. Yamaguchi's life is not just a tale of survival, it's a symbol of resilience, a cry for peace, and a reminder of the unimaginable cost of war. He stared into the abyss twice and walked away.